Alright, so we got this Dell Inspiron 15 Gaming 7577. The hinge is kind of broken, so you can see, like, as you open it, it kind of pulls this away. So what we're going to do, hopefully this bezel will come out, and then we're going to try and fix the hinge. Okay, so let's go ahead and rotate it and flip it this way. Gotta be careful. Alright, so it helps to start from the inside edge. You kind of basically rotate it. So you're pulling up this side and you're pushing in that side, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and pull up like this, and we gotta be careful. There might be some adhesive underneath holding. Wow, this thing's like holding strong. So you can see the clips are kind of popping out, but it's still holding very strong. So, hopefully this will come out. It looks like it kind of goes to, let's see, where's the other edge of the frame? Sorry, it's going out of view. But I want to pull up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it actually goes all the way out to this edge. So it looks like we just got to pull harder. Okay, there we go. And keep working on it, going all around the edges. Okay, the corners are super tough. Continue going. Alright, hopefully the clips are all going to remain intact. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Okay, and we'll now pull from the sides here. Okay, so it looks like the sides come out here. Come on. Jeez. Oh, it's even cracked there. It doesn't want to come out on the corners. So let's go ahead and continue working our way around. Let's go on the other side. This up. Okay, nice. I don't know, the corner edges are super tough. Let's see if, now that we got the side, if we can get this. Come on. It doesn't want to come off. Okay, let's try and go from underneath then. So now that we got that, I'm going to get my fingernail under that gap and try and pop that. Nope. Wow, I don't know what to do about those corners. Let's go ahead and start working towards the bottom side. Okay. I guess all the corners are stuck real strong there. Pulling down and doing that, and it doesn't want to come out at all. You can see pretty much all of it except for the four corners are out. Let's go ahead and carefully, I'm going to rotate it this way and see if I can see where it attaches here. Oh, this is actually broken as well. So we're going to carefully push this closed a bit. Where's the little thing? Where does it clip? Looks like it just clips from the front, so I guess we'll go back to here. Carefully, I'm pinching the hinges while I open this. Okay, so this came out. I can actually see broken plastic bits here. Get rid of that junk. Okay, and this hinge is actually already out, but it feels like there's something holding it down there. Okay, there we go. Oops, sorry. We're gonna push it down as we kind of pull it out, but it doesn't want to come out. Oh my god. Jeez, what is going on? These clips are way too strong. Okay, continue pulling. I'm trying to get this clip out. Get my fingernail in there. Come on. Look at this. It's like stuck so bad in there. It doesn't want to come out at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got that one, finally. Let's go ahead and try the same on this side. Just takes a lot of force, I guess. Probably going to end up cracking the frame a little bit. Wow, what in the world? Let go. Yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't want to come out. Let's try with this. No? I don't know what's going on with this. The bezel doesn't want to come out at all. Looks like it mostly clips from, okay, so the bottom clip needs to go down and the other clip needs to go in towards the center. So I don't know how we can, other than basically doing what I'm doing, which is pulling this down and then pulling that out. It doesn't want to come out. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. I was able to kind of pry out here to pull this down a bit more and slide that over. Okay, we're gonna have to close this a bit. I'm gonna get my hand underneath and help close the hinge a little. Okay, then we're gonna have to go up here and probably something similar. There we go. Okay, so basically I got in this gap, rotate it that way, the opposite way, and pulled it over. And let's see if this side will do similar. Come on. Jeez. These clips are crazy. There we go. Okay, so here you can see the clip there and there. Okay, and all the clips along there. All right, anyways, we got that bezel out. So, as you can see, it's actually not the hinge that's broken, but the part, this metal bracket that goes in there that holds the frame is what's broken. Let's make sure it turns on okay. Because if the screen's broken, then we're pretty much done. Okay, it's good. So what we need, they actually put some glue inside here, but that glue gave away, it seems. So what we're going to have to do is we gotta kind of pull this back. We gotta get new glue in there, and then we can get that to sit. We're gonna actually remove the screen. Let me actually shut this down real quick. Okay, so we'll shut this down. All right, there's 4 screws holding the screen in place. They do look like JS 0, but let me test with the JS 1 real quick. Yeah, JS 0 screws. So we're gonna need to remove 4 of those. Let's rotate it this way. Okay, so we got 4 screws here. I'm gonna remove this one. This one. This one. And this one. Alright, so rotate this. Now we just got to pull the screen out, so go from the top here. Okay, since we got those 4 screws out, sorry if you can't really see, but basically you just grab out one of these little things that the screw was holding down, and we should be able to pull it out. Okay, so, oh, why is it stuck to it? Geez, this thing has everything wrong going on for it. Let's get this tool in there. There we go. It was stuck to the plastic. Okay, we're going to do that on both sides. Let me get this out of the way. Alright, we're going to go on this side as well. Get under there. Pop that out. Alright. Once you got those all out, you can go ahead and slowly lean this forward. Okay, there's some adhesive here, so be careful. I'm going to peel that down. And there we go. Now we can lean that forward. What we're going to do is we're going to basically pull this back, get a bunch of JB Weld into there. It looks like they actually used melted plastic before to hold it in place. But yeah, we're going to be filling this area with JB Weld. Give me a second. I need to respond to some messages and calls. All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. So as you can see, we can pull this away. So what we're going to want to do is basically get some epoxy JB Weld glue into this. All right, the main part is underneath these 2 hinges, more specifically along this part where it kind of turns more. Okay, but we'll just try and get it all in there. So I have this little screwdriver that I'll basically try and just like run all the glue into there, just like that. Okay, pretty simple, straightforward. I have this little plastic thing that I use to stir up the JB Weld. You want to use the original type. Don't use those quick stuff. The quick stuff doesn't hold super strong. Okay, has 2 portions. Uh-oh, I just got a missed call. Give me a sec. Okay, give me a second. I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. Let's go ahead and get this stuff done. All right. So we shouldn't need a crazy amount because we're just getting the glue in there to hold that back together. So I'm just gonna pump out like a good sized blob, just like that. This is probably gonna be way too much, but it is what it is. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna need a piece of paper just to wipe the thing I'm working with. Okay. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and get the black portion and basically do an even amount. Okay. Try and get as close to the same amount as the other. Probably around there. That might be too much. Well, all right, there we go. Get this lid back on. All right, and then we will clean this up. All right, so we got these 2. We're just going to stir this all together. Try and get even gray color. Probably made way more than necessary, but it's okay. All right, stir this all up. And this stuff has to sit for at least 15 hours to set permanently or set completely solid. So keep that in mind because you won't be able to use your computer for those 15 hours that it's setting. All right, so there we go. Stir this all up, check the back, okay. That's why I use a clear thing so I can kind of see underneath to see if it's all mixed together. Alright, looks like the top portion isn't. Alright, and I think we're good. So we got this even gray blob. Alright, clean the stuff off my hand real quick. And we're basically just going to fill the area in the back here. Let me make sure that we're not going to glue any wiring or anything. Problem is they have this little cable back here. That's probably going to get coated with glue or the JB Weld. Let me see if I can untuck that. This is actually, I don't know why they threaded it under here because that's kind of dangerous. The JB Weld is gonna, okay, if it like broke completely, it could actually tear this piece out because of the way they hooked it there. So probably I'm not gonna put it back in that hooked area. But it looks like they did that also with the wireless antenna here. So I'm gonna have to get that out as well. Sorry, I know I don't have good viewing angles for this, but basically I'm just unhooking it from the plastic hook under here to try and get it out so it's not going to just get glued into place, okay? So there's that. There's some broken plastic bits here I need to get out. They did that with these as well, so I'm just gonna unhook those for now. Okay, basically getting the antennas out of the plastic hook mounts. All right, so we can probably put them back in. This side I'm not 100% sure if I'll put it back because they have that hook going underneath the metal portion. Okay, so anyways, we're just gonna get in here And we're just going to put the JB Weld all in there. Okay, just like this. We will have to clean up the stuff that goes out here later. Okay, so we're just going to get a big blob and just get it all in there, just like this. Okay. Simple and straightforward. Basically just filling up the area where the hinge goes so that the glue can hold better. Okay, just like that. Get a bunch more. Go along here as well. Get it all in there. Some more. Alright. Get these wires out of the way. Get some more all in there. And I'm rotating it to the side. I know you guys can't really see, but hopefully you get the idea. We're just getting all the JB Weld into there, into those gaps, everywhere we can. And basically we're gonna have to squeeze it so it sandwiches back out here. All right, it would help to kind of like, I'm gonna tilt the hinges back more. But later we're gonna have to close it up so that it stays in that closed position, and we'll put like a weight on top or something. Okay, give me a second, let me wipe my thumb. Okay. All right. Looks like they taped this over the top of that, and that came out. Okay, so that tape came out. All right, gotta get this stuff all under there. You can kind of go out to the sides as well and try and get all the JB Weld out. Get all that JB Weld in there. Get it all down here. Actually, probably could have made more. Get all that down there. Alright, there we go. Last bits. that all in there. Okay, clean that all off. Okay. All that glue in there, JB Weld. Okay. All right, let's see now if we push it closed. Okay, we can see it's like gooping out. That's what we want. Oops, it looks like it actually came out the back as well. So I'm gonna have to probably clean all that stuff up. Let's see here. Uh-oh, I made it go through too much on the back, so we're gonna have to clean all that stuff up. Okay, let's go ahead and clean off this screwdriver that I used to get this stuff in place real quick. Okay, wipe this off as well. Okay, so we gotta wipe all this stuff excess out. Okay, because we don't want that going on the screen. Alright, that should be good because there's not much left there. Oh, I'm touching the back and I'm getting the epoxy on my fingers. Okay, so now what we gotta do, we gotta put this back up. This piece is kind of, tuck that back in there. Okay, let me clean this off a bit more. Okay. Alright, it's all glooping up. So we got plenty of the JB Weld in there. As we kind of squeeze it, it kind of oozes out. So I'm probably gonna have to keep working at this to get good. All right, let's put the screen up there. Okay, there's a bunch of glue on the other side, so my table's probably gonna get all the epoxy all over it, but I'll have to fix that after. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these 4 screws back in. one. Okay, got those four in. Give me a second, I'm getting a call. I'm gonna just stand this thing back up, make sure there's no glue under there, okay? All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna have to pull this forward, and it would be best to kind of have like a box or something for this to lean on so that the weight of this is constantly pulling on it. But as we close it, we should be okay. So let's go ahead and get these wirings back in slightly. Okay, just like that. Where was this one going? I don't know. Oh, also, I think this... Oh, their magnet also came out from their bezel. So we're going to have to figure that out to see where that goes. Because otherwise, it's going to be an issue. It's going to just be going all over. So I'm trying to tuck these wires in where it seems like they should go. And then I gotta get all these back in, okay? And hopefully this will all hold in really well after this is done. Okay, does this wire needs to go under here. Okay. Alright, there we go. And we'll pull up this stuff. Need to use the tweezers here to get this capped on tape stuff out of the way. I'm not even sure why they have this capped on tape here. Okay. That out of the way. Alright, I guess these wires are going to get taped in there, or glued in there. What I can do is I can get a thin film of plastic there. Okay. Gotta be careful because this thing's gonna fall over on itself. So let me see if I can push this up from the back. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get this stuff here. You can just use like saran wrap or whatever. I'm gonna cut a piece of this just to tuck it there. So that way I can get this going. Okay. So we'll get this in here. We got all this stuff. I'm going to try and pull it underneath the LCD LVDS cable. Grab that. Okay, so pull that under. There we go. And then we're going to use that as a way to kind of line it so it can go without getting all glued. I hope. Okay, tuck that in. And tuck this around. Okay, I guess this tape was just there to kind of keep the wires all in a certain place, because that's what it seems like they're doing. Alright. Lift this and get that wire into place. Come on. These two wires are staying together, which they're not supposed to. Okay. There we go. Get out of the way. Okay. Then we will tape that down. Alright. Make sure this stays following these grooves here. Okay. So I think we should be good in terms of these wires. Okay. And then we just got to get the bezel back on top. So get this guy back in. All right, pretty straightforward. Just snap everything back in, line it up, and push it down. I just push around the outer edges. Oh, shoot, I should not have snapped it in already. I forgot the magnet. So I got to pull this guy back out. Okay, so I can actually see where the magnet came from. There's a little thing here. Okay, so I'm gonna shove that back in there, just like that. Okay, if you want, you can probably put some glue there to help hold it, but I think it should be good. All right. Oh, this thing popped back out. Make sure to get that back lined up. Okay, then we'll get this in, and let's go ahead and snap it all back in. Oh, I got some more of the epoxy on my hand. All right, snap this all back together. Oop. It's gonna be tough because the broken hinge is causing it to like flop all over the place, but continue working all the way around. Okay, and pinch this just like that. Okay, and continue working our way down. Good. All right. Now that we got all the other edges, we'll lift this up. Did I get... Okay, there's not glue, it's just broken bits of plastic there. Okay, so now that we got that, I've got to go around here, and there is all the epoxy down there, so I have to... Probably going to end up getting it all on my hands, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to have to clip all of this in. So I'm getting my hand behind. Let's see if I can... Oops, that's a lot. Look at that. I'm gonna get this JB Weld all over my hands. Okay, well, for now, we're just gonna close it up because this stuff does have to set. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of the JB Weld that kind of went through. So what we're gonna try and do is get that under there. Okay, so that it holds better. Try and squeegee as much of that under there as you can. Just like that. Squeegee it off. You can see, look at all of that. We're gonna just try and shove it under there. Okay. Alright, push all of that in. Then we can kind of shove it down. Oh, lots of it is pumping out through this side, so let's go and try and move it over. You can actually see where the epoxy is coming through here. So you need to kind of shove it out there again. Okay. And this one we're probably going to need a thing to press it down. It's pushing a lot of the epoxy out here. Okay, clean this up. Okay, then we will press this down and wipe this. Wipe towards the center. Okay, new one. Okay, just like that. And hopefully this will hold well. Okay, so we did that. I need more paper towels. I don't know who took my paper towel roll, so I'm gonna get another one. And then we're just gonna continue wiping this, and I'm gonna use, hopefully this reaches far enough, but I guess we'll just put it in the center. And we'll use this to hold it down, but I do need to wipe it a bit more. So let me get paper towels and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. The problem with this kind of repair is because it has to sit for 15 hours, the epoxy, we won't be able to check how well the fix is, how good the fix is until after it completely sets. So keep that in mind. And the other thing is you can kind of see this gap here doesn't want to sit completely flat, so I'm a little worried with that. Let me see here. I might have to open it up again carefully. Get underneath both sides. Carefully open this. Okay. So I'm not too sure here because I can see the gap there, but I don't know. Part of it doesn't want to seem to sit 100% flat, and I'm a little bit worried there. I mean, it'll still work fine. It'll just not be completely flat here. And it looks like if you don't have a clamp, you can probably let it sit like this, and the weight of the laptop will kind of push it against that, but then it's also going forward in the middle, so I don't want to do it that way. We're going to close it back. Okay, you can see we squeezed out a bit more of the JB weld there. Okay, but hopefully that's good enough. Wipe this off again. Clean that all up. Alright, a little more paper. Get in the little groove. Good. Okay. Alright, so we got this that I'm going to use to clamp it. And what I'll do to kind of help spread the force is I'll use these. Okay. I'll use these popsicle sticks, and that should hopefully help spread the force out a little bit. Maybe I should use this stack of them because then it's harder for it to flex. Alright, this one will just flex. Or you can even clamp them up sideways like this. Yeah, I should probably get multiple and just clamp them sideways like this. Let me get a whole bunch and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So, we've got a bunch of popsicle sticks here. Alright, I'm just going to line them all up. And that's probably plenty. Okay, so I might have to tape them all together in a bunch like the other one, but let's see here. Yeah, let me tape them together in a bunch so they hold together better. Okay, cut this. And we'll go ahead and put that down like that. Get all of these popsicle sticks. Stick that on there. Okay. So you got that. Alright, we'll wrap it over. I'm going to fold this so I can take these out later, but I'll fold a little tab over on itself. And we'll line them all down this way. Okay. Alright. Okay. Like that. Good. And then roll that up that way. Perfect. Okay, so we're just going to center this. And then we're going to clamp it on. So this is too far. Alright. So it'll help actually. I need to put this over the edge of my desk so I can do this easier. I'll clamp it and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. That's about not centered quite. Okay. Alright, so basically I just clamped it on like this. Alright, and that will apply constant pressure there. And hopefully after that it should be good. So it's going to ooze out more of the epoxy, obviously. So I can actually just squeegee it over, get it to where it sits all in properly, and then we should be good. This will have to sit 15 hours, and then we will open it up and check to make sure everything's good. Alright, I guess I'll probably have to make attach the video for that, because some people like to see it all in one, that it's working. So yeah, we're gonna see you guys in 15 hours, I guess. We'll just kind of try and squeegee in the glue or epoxy, JB Weld, into this gap down there, because it formed a little gap there. This thing's in my way to try and do this, but you get the idea. Alright, and that's pretty much it. I'm just going to clean this stuff up, and I'll see you guys in 15 hours. Alright, bye. Alright, so I'm back. Let's go ahead and get this thing removed. Okay, so we're going to take this clamp off, and hopefully it's going to be good to go. Popsicle sticks that we put fell out. Alright, as you can see, there is a gap here. Okay, couldn't really do anything about that, but let's go ahead and see. Okay, yeah, it opens and closes nicely now. Alright, this is all closed up nicely. Alright, no big gap or anything there. So the only thing is on the back here, which shouldn't really be an issue because you're not really staring at it much, and when it's opened, you're not really looking down that gap. So I mean, there's a little bump here. Other than that, it's good. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. I don't know how many people have this model broken, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.